All right. Well, the amalgam proved not to be as durable as I had hoped. And I had a little bit more time before starting work today than I thought I was going to have, so I'm going for it. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I think I wanted to try the amalgam idea just to learn more about the, baking soda super glue amalgam. Now I've got more of a sense of, okay, so it's actually pretty strong. You can drill it, you can sand it, um, but generally it's just not going to hold up to. It's not going to hold up to the however many foot pounds are in this spring. Okay, I mean it's a pretty stiff spring. I can hardly bend it with my bare fingers, and the baking soda super glue amalgam is quite good. It's like I think it's good for a lot of fixes, but not for this one. Just too much. There's just too much stress on uh, on the amalgam, and all right. So anyway, I went ahead and just cut these pieces off. Right, just snapped them and cut them right off. And I found a bunch of clips, and I found that these are shaped just right. That, as you can see, there's a curve in the tuner right here, and there's a curve in the clip that it fit like just so. And so then my concern was, well, how's the super glue going to do with the stainless steel? Um, this one here says, let me see, it says rubber, metal, glass, ceramics, pottery ceramic, and leather. It says Kumsok. It says metal on there. So, but just to be sure, I did hit the. By the way, if you're commenting, I can't see it because I'm not looking at the phone screen. Um, anyway, I did. I hit both sides of it, but I scuffed it up with the angle grinder just to give the super glue more of a surface to stick to. And it worked. I mean, so far so good. I glued it on this surface right here, and then another contact point is right there between this part of the clip and this metal clip. And all right, so far so good. That's where the headstock goes from the guitar. I'm hoping. So this is how it's going to go. Uh, Unfortunately, this side of the clip doesn't have as much contact area with the plastic. I think this is the best I'm going to be able to do right here, which means right between my middle finger and my thumb right there is going to be the contact. Well, there is a gap here. I could put something in there. I might need to think through this a little bit more because actually, maybe here's a bit of plastic that I cut off that might actually fill that gap. That's not enough, but maybe two of them together. It might provide a brace. So if I glue these two bits together, I might as well just try that right now because these are going to get thrown away. otherwise, right? So just trim these extra bits of plastic off the edge. Get a flush surface. And there we go. So now I can get these two little triangular bits, glue them together. And that might actually do the trick. So the super glue. Don't want to get this shit on my fingers. Okay. And right. There. Right there. Again, if anybody's commenting, or I can't see the screen, I got the phone turned around because I didn't want to be distracted while I'm doing this. So here's the deal, like I don't know if I've got this angled properly, but for you to see, there is a contact point between the plastic and the metal clip right here. And then these two rubber feet, which are the contacts for the guitar headstock, okay, right? I'm just kind of having to do the best I can with this. Either this is going to work or it's not. And if it doesn't, well, live and learn. But I'm committed now. So there is a gap between the metal clip and the lower plastic piece right here. And I'm attempting to shim that gap with these two plastic pieces that I cut off. So if I just glued these two pieces together, if I put them right there, like that, little proof of concept here, then, well, it's hard to say. Aha, yeah, you know what? I think it'll work better actually if I put this, nothing's going to stay in place until I get glue into the equation. If I put this black triangle right here, and then that's enough, I think that's going to work. Just eyeballing it, but I think that's going to work. So I don't know, man. Sometimes you just got to commit. I still want this to swivel, so I'm not going to like get it under. I'm going to glue it right there to where it can still swivel. Right? So, okay. All right, that's enough right there. And okay, didn't get any on my fingers. That's able to swivel, and it's already bonded. Okay, so that's what that looks like now. Just gonna fill that gap and provide a brace and another gluing surface for the metal clip. And like I said, either it's going to work or it's not. but better than just throwing the damn thing away. There are 2 glue contact points now. I'm hoping that I'm angling it right so that you can look straight down there and see that. And okay, good. I still got 35 minutes. All right. So I need to scuff this surface right here, because actually this is indented toward that hole. So my gluing surface is actually kind of a ring-shaped area. It has not very much surface area, so I'm going to go ahead and just like scuff that up a bit. I actually managed to increase my glue area quite a bit, as well as getting some texture on it. I probably increased the actual surface area, probably doubled it by doing that. Okay. Well, no going back now. Time to commit. Like I said, it's either going to work or, well, you know what? I do want to think it through just a little bit more. You know? I think it's there may be an in between where it, kind of trying to troubleshoot this ahead of time. I don't want the stainless steel to come in contact with the wood of the headstock. I'd like to be able to catch it between these 2 rubber feet as intended, as the rubber feet are intended. Is that enough? It's probably enough to like get it to stay on there and get the vibrations through. But now I'm starting to think, from where I look at it, I'm starting to think that this triangular shim might not have been such a good idea after all. Probably should have thought this through a little bit more, you know? All right. Okay. Let's look at it again. When it's expanded, I have to kind of imagine the headstock of the guitar going to be in about that thick. Right about there. Right about there. Yeah. Okay. And not crooked, of course. But, all right. So, all right. right there is where I want it to be when I commit to the glue. And I'm glad that I scoped that out. Okay. So right about there. Right about there. Right about there. All right. There and there. Okay. A little bit of glue there. And glue around this ring. Here goes. Like that. Yeah. Okay. No, no. Move over. Move over. Move over. If I get some on my fingers, fuck it. It always comes off after a day or two. And right there. Okay. All right. Feels like it's more or less bonded, but it is a little bit weak. All right. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that shim after all. Or yeah. Let's see. There. All right. If I can get it to stay pretty much where it is right now, then that's how it's going to clip. I can still swivel a bit. That's still okay. So what I'm going to do now is, it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty, but I'm just going to shoot some super glue in there. And just kind of coat those pieces of plastic. Ah, shit. All right. And try to get it between the, well, I already had glue on the metal. All right. Okay. Well, it's like that whole shim stack against the metal. 2 bits of plastic stacked. That's all drenched in glue. It dripped down onto the cardboard mat here, and this point up on the ring is a bit more tenuous than I planned, but I don't know. I'm just going to give this a few hours to cure, and hopefully it's strong enough. Might as well just shoot a little bit of glue down in the cracks here as well. Okay. Right? Right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's a lot of excess glue. But something tells me it's going to work. Nope. All right. I got impetuous. All right. Hang on here. There's still time. It's still quite wet, and I got some on my fingers. Right. Yeah, it's the effort not to get it on my fingers is that jig is up. So actually I've got a little clamp I could put on here. Which I think I will. I think I'm going to do that. Surprised that it's still shifting so much. All right. This will at least keep it in place. Right. It's pretty much where I want it. Okay. Yeah, that'll keep it from shifting. And while I've got it exactly where I want it, I'll just shoot a little more glue in there. And just give it a few hours. Maybe give it until tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. If the glue takes and if it holds, then this should clip on the guitar and it should work, you know? Too bad I got super glue fingers, but hey, I can just leave it like that until tomorrow. Okay, time to clean up and get ready for the kids to come in. We're building pyramids, different kinds of pyramids. This is not your typical pyramid. This is what happens if you don't know how to build a pyramid. To build a proper compound pyramid, you need to have both. Well, okay, technically a pyramid has a square base and 4 triangular sides. If it has a triangular base, then it's a tetrahedron. If you want to build a proper compound pyramid, you need both pyramids and tetrahedrons together. But I wondered what would happen if I just tried using tetrahedrons. And this is what happens. You get a nice Jew star out of it. Look at that. And at the base, you get a hexagram that is well, it's symmetrical. It has left-right symmetry, but it doesn't have up-down symmetry. You know, it's very interesting. And from the side, you can see that. You know, anyway, we're going to build proper pyramids with tetrahedrons and 5-sided pyramids, and we're working on other builds based on geometry, and we're using compasses and protractors, and the kids are getting to learn some math and some geometry along the way. So it makes the job a little bit more interesting to do stuff like that, right? So that's my tuner fix update. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I know. Yeah, sorry I didn't see the comments, guys. But you know, thanks for dropping by. And I do this to keep my friends up to date with my going on and shenanigans. But and so I make this public so they can watch it later. But thanks for dropping by. This is my world. I'm in Paji City, South Korea, and my channel is called Lean Bear. If you like music and projects and stuff like this, just the life of an old guy in another country or whatever, subscribe, and yeah, see you around. Take care. God bless.